Coming up on Look Today, well, we have continuing coverage of our Look at Education, got details, and the town of Kingsbury collaborates with Glens Falls Hospital and Chazen Companies to promote safer streets. More on that coming up. And the Tri-County New York Transition is making an effort to pass an anti-plastic bag ordinance in the city of Glens Falls. I've got those details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson. This is Look Today. In tonight's program, I sit down with Peggy Lynch. She's a sponsorship coordinator for the Saratoga Springs Horse Show. She's here to give us updates on the horse show as it enters its third and final week this weekend. I also sit down with Candace Fry. She's the executive director of LARAC in Glens Falls. And we're joined by Philip Casabona. He's the festival and shop coordinator, and they're here to discuss upcoming events. Plus, we have your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, we have continuing coverage of our Look at Education. Now, school district residents in our Tri-North County region voted today on school budgets. Now, the current proposed budget for Glens Falls School District represents a $1.6 million increase from last year's budget. The total amount of the budget is $43 million. Well, in addition to the budget, district residents will also vote and have voted on capital campaign, which allocates extra spending for infrastructure improvements. Well, we were at the school today. We spoke to Paul Jenkins. He's a superintendent of the Glens Falls City School District.
You know, clearly we like to have all of our community out to vote for our budget and our project. We don't have a project every year, but you know, having our budget passed is very important so we can keep programs current. And the project this year is extremely important because we have a number of renovations and repairs that we need to have done for the buildings.
Well, all right, now we're going to have more updates on a Look at Education as we speak to other school districts throughout the week. In other news, well, the town of Kingsbury is collaborating with Glens Falls Hospital and the Chazen Companies to create healthy schools and communities. Well, a demonstration of complete streets took place on Michigan Street in Kingsbury, promoting safety for pedestrians, cyclists, and motor vehicle drivers. Crosswalks, pedestrian signs, and shoulder striping were installed. Now, this was done to demonstrate how simple techniques can help make the streets safer. Well, we spoke to Kathy Varney. She's community coordinator of the Glens Falls Health Promotion Center.
It's, you know, not only for the safety aspect, for the health aspect. I mean, obviously walking is one of the great ways to be physically active. It doesn't cost you anything, so you want to do that. And the connectivity, too, is getting from, as I mentioned, if you want to go over to Hannaford or you want to go across the street, you want it to be safe for people. You want it to be encouraging. You want it to be nice.
Switching from news to weather. Well, after a weekend of cold and rain, the sun came out. We had some heavy winds. You can expect temperatures are going to continue to heat up as the week progresses. So let's see how the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Well, thank you, Jesse. As we jump into our first look weather center right now, we're going to continue to watch high pressure feeding in plenty of southerly flow behind this warm front. Some very warm air continues to move back in. A couple of fronts out to our west will be moving back towards us, and that will eventually cool us back down, but still the cool down several days off. Overnight lows pretty mild in the 50s overnight, a few 60s with the warmer air behind the warm front. But for tonight, for us at least, we're going to continue to see a slight chance of a stray shower, only about a 20% chance of rain, but clouds move back in as a result of that warm front pushing through. Low 52. High tomorrow 86. A beautiful day, warm, plentiful sunshine, downright hot throughout the afternoon. Southerly flow still gusting at times up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour. So as we head out the door tomorrow morning for the morning commute, we'll see winds begin to ramp back up, some sunshine poking through the clouds. We'll see more and more sunshine burning through the cloud cover through the afternoon, and temperatures in the low to mid 60s as we head out the door. As we take a look at the extended forecast right now. Slight chance of showers back with us Thursday. Through the heating of the daytime, though, could pop off some heavier showers in at least a few locations. High nearing 90 on Thursday. By Friday, we're going to see more of the front pushing through, dropping us into the 70s. And we're going to continue to watch the cool down heading into the weekend. Well, that's it from the First Look Weather Center. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Now let's get back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Bran. Well, it looks like we're going to have a heat wave. Back to the news. Here's an interesting story. In response to the harmful effects of plastic bags to our environment, the Tri-County New York Transition is making an effort to pass an anti-plastic bag ordinance in the city of Glens Falls. Now, the mission is to promote the use of non-plastic reusable bags. Well, we spoke to Kathy Atherton from the New York Transition about this.
We presented our thoughts on it, and so they have agreed to move kind of forward on it, to write a letter to the county board, and there's a task force going on in New York right now about it.
Up next, I sit down with Peggy Lynch. She's a sponsorship coordinator for the Saratoga Springs Horse Show. She's here to give us updates on the show as it enters its third and final weekend. Plus, I also sit down with Candace Fry. She's the executive director of LARAC in Glens Falls. And we're joined by Philip Casabona. He's the festival and shop coordinator, and they're here to discuss upcoming events. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. A couple of lookouts. Actually didn't coordinate very well with today's broadcast, but there's two things we're covering later today that we will report on tomorrow, and I'll let you know what those are. One is Pride Day at the Ballston Spa School District, in the Ballston Spa School District. We're going to have a report on that tomorrow. Dana is on her way down to get some of the footage for that. And also up at SUNY Adirondack, there was a roundtable this afternoon, which we covered, regarding the Excelsior Scholarship Program. So you can expect reports on both of those things tomorrow. Just a quick reminder, if you catch an early broadcast, Rockman Record Club. Tonight, Cafe Lena in Saratoga, an in-depth look at Asia by Steely Dan. That is some record. Please go to Facebook. We like your comments. We love hearing from you. Do that. And also, by the way, guess what? We've been promoting Her Look, this new program, original program. And we just started today working on the first segment, so stay tuned for that. Tonight on Look TV, it's a Queensbury Town Board meeting, and don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.